Hi everyone, I'm Kathrin and I have a new video for you. Today I'm going to let you know about my current makeup inventory. That is everything from the... I'm going to give you the first number from March 29th, 2015, and I did my inventory again on July 11th this year. And there's roughly, April, May, June, that's a little bit over 3 months. And I think I used up quite a few items. I also purged a couple things. And yeah, I have a nice spreadsheet right down here on my computer. So if you see me looking down, that's why I need to check on my numbers, unfortunately. So I divided everything up into product categories. So for starters, I have face items. I used to have 7 face primers at the end of March, and now I have 5. I've used up 2 by July 11th. Liquid foundations, I had 3 and I now have 4. That is 1 more than I used to have, and the reason for that is real simple. I got my Sephora order in and there was a liquid foundation in that order, so it went up one item. Powder foundations, I had 1 and I still have 1 because I have not used that yet. It is a product I would like to use. I guess once my BB cream is done, I'm going to switch over to my powder foundation. Then I had 2 BB creams at the end of March. I still have 2 BB creams. I used to have 11 foundation samples, and here I can say I'm really happy because I now only have 2 left. I am going to use these up, and once they are used up, I hope I will not get any more foundation samples in, because usually they are not exactly the right shade. Often they are not for my skin type, so foundation samples for me are pretty much a bummer. It's never really good. Powders, I used to have 1 which was good. I used that up and I got 4 more in. Why do I have 4? Oh right, with the powder foundation, it's the Bare Minerals matte. What is it called? Let me see. Face product, powder foundation. It's the Bare Mineral SPF 15 foundation in matte and fairly light. Now that came in a starter kit with the mineral veil. I decided to count the mineral veil as a powder, so that's why I have 4 now. I have the Essence, what is it? All About Matte powder, and then I have the Catrice, what is it called? It is called Catrice Color Correcting Mattifying Powder, and then also the Matte Blot Powder and Light. Now the Mineral Veil I didn't count before, and I believe the Catrice and the Matte Blot Powder came after the last inventory. So that's how I ended up with having 4, but I have the Essence All About Matte in my project pan, and that is close to done, so I'll be down to 3 again, and then I'll just work on my other powders until I am down to 1 or 2 again. Concealers, I used to have 4, I now have 2. I used up 1 as far as I remember, and 1 I purged when I gave to my mom, actually, because she's darker in skin tone, so hopefully she can use that one up. Powder blushes, I used to have 26, I'm down to 22 now. I used up, I think, 1 and I purged 3 or something like that. Don't remember exactly, and a little after. So cream blushes, I used to have 4. I still have 4. Not too happy about that. I still need to get that number down. Bronzers, I used to have 2. Unfortunately, I now have 5, and I'm not sure how that happened. I have to figure that out. I believe I counted the way too dark. Yeah. Well, it was the same issue actually. I bought the NYX powder blush in taupe. That looks incredibly dirty and like I just dropped mud on my face, so I probably will purge that one, honestly, because I just can't use that. Then what I had before was the Benefit bronzer and Hoola in my Powder Wowza. This is like the box with the 3. It has Benefit, Hoola, Coralista, and Bella Bamba. So it's just a third or a fourth of the regular size box. And I had the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster in Fair to Light. The Bronze Booster is also in my project pan. And in that same Bare Minerals kits where I had the foundation and the mineral veil, I also had the bronzer in Warmth, so I decided to count that separately now. So that added 1, and then I also had in my Sephora order the Tarte Amazonian Clay Bronzer in Park Avenue Princess, so that's how that number came to be. Now, highlighters. I used to have 4, I now have 3. This has to do with me using the Beauty UK Baked Blush in number 3 Halo. This was actually supposed to be a blush. I used this as a highlight and it's gone now. Face pals, I didn't count any separately. I now count them separately and I now have 2. Setting sprays, I had 1, I still have 1. Which leads us to eye products. I used to have 5 eye primers, that is still the same. Nothing has changed here. Cream eyeshadows, I had 18, I now have 15. I used some up, I purged 1, I believe. Eyeshadow pencils, I had 13, I still have 13, I need to work on that. Eyeshadow pigments, nothing changed here. I used to have 25, I still have 25. Self-pressed pigments, I decided to count separately from the from the single eyeshadows. Or not as a palette, something like that. I didn't count them before, I now count them, I now have 12. Single eyeshadows, I had 65, I now have 66. That has to do with me buying, unfortunately, a few single eyeshadows. Eyeshadow duos, I had 2, I still have 2, I haven't used any yet. Eyeshadow trios, I had 4, I now have 3. I believe I purged 1. Eyeshadow quads, I had 6, I still have 6. And eyeshadow palettes, I had 17 and I still have 17. Now with the trios, quads and palettes, I'm okay with it. The duos I would like to use up, but it's not that bad. Duos are just, I don't really use duos because you always have to pull in other shades. Then eyeliner pencils, I had 40, I now have 38, which is not a good number, but I'm working on it and apparently it's going down. Eyeliner pens, the liquid ones, I had 3, I now have 1, that is very good. I would like to keep 1 actually. Liquid eyeliners, I had 4, I now have 0, yay. I purged them all unfortunately, but I don't use them, I don't like using them. Gel eyeliners, I had 6, I still have 6, I need to work on that. Mascara, I had 11, now I have 15. That didn't work out all that well. The reason is I got the Sephora Lash Stash to go, and that had 15 mascara in and of itself, so that's how I used up 1 and I added 5 deluxe size samples, so it'll be okay. At the end of the year I should get back down to 11. Eyebrow gels, I had 5, I now have 4. That has to do with me using up 1. Eyebrow powder, I have had 1, I still have 1. I don't like it. I might just throw it out actually because I've been using, it was the duo that I used as an eyeshadow. The lighter shade at least, the darker shade is just, I don't know if I would ever use it. Eyebrow pencils, I had 0. I decided to buy 1 and just see if maybe that is better for me, but it isn't, so I'm going to use that up and then I'll be back to 0. In fact, I'm very close to done. Now, lip products. I had 1 lip primer and I still have 1, that's okay. I had 7 clear chapsticks, I now have 6, which means I used 1 up. Tinted chapsticks, I had 6, I bought 1, I believe, I bought the Catrice version of the Instant Light Natural Lip Perfector from Clarins. It's called the Lip Smoother. I bought that, so that added 1. I'm going to use them up and that one up, and then I'll be back to 6. Lip liners, I had 4. Unfortunately, I bought 2 more. Now I have 6. Lipsticks, I had 27. I still have 27. I'm working on that. Lip glosses, I had 16. I now have 17. Don't ask. Lip stains, I had 1. I still have 1. I just want to use that up and be done with it. Samples, I had 8 and I still have 8. Need to work on that. Now, nail stuff. I had 5 base coats. I used 1 up, so now I have 4. Colored nail polish, I had 82. I purged a few and I used 2 up, so I'm now down to 69. Nail polish toppers, I had 2. Now I have 3, but that might be because I just miscounted last time. Top coats, I had 4. I now have 5. Don't know exactly how that happened. Quick dry products, I had 9. Now I have 4, so that's quite a good thing. Nail polish remover, I had 4. I still have 4 nail polish remover pens. I had 4. I used 1 up, so now I have 3. Nail and cuticle care, I had 2. I tried using 1 up, decided to purge it because I just don't like the product. Now I have 1 left, which is okay for me. Perfumes. Ooh, perfumes is a good one. I had 7 full-size perfumes. I now have 6. I used 1 up in a project pan. I had 2 body sprays and I still have 1. However, 1 is in a project pan. Samples I did really good in. I used to have 42 samples of perfumes at the end of March. Now I've used up 22 and I have 20 left. So that is quite good. Hair care. I had 7 shampoos and now have 6. The thing is, 3 or 4 of these shampoos, I don't use as shampoos for my hair. I use them to clean my brushes when I want to give them a deep cleanse because my shampoos are fairly easy on the hair. Conditioners, I had 1, I still have 1. Mask, I had 1, I used that up in Project Tampon Care. I now have 0 and I'm glad. Hair styling products, I had 3, I still have 3, I need to use them up. I don't like hair styling products. Dry shampoos, I had 2, I still have 2. I like having a backup and 1 that I'm using right now. Hair oils, I had 1, I still have 1. Hair moisturizer, I have 1, I still, like at the end of March, I also had 1 then. I would ideally like to use up the hair moisturizer and just stay with the hair oil. Skincare, I had 32 body lotions in, yeah. I used up quite a few though, now I'm down to 24, so it's getting better. I'm not buying any new. Shower gels, I had 7, I now have 6, so I used 1 up. Soap bars, I had 6, I now have 5. Hand lotions, I had 13, I now have 15. I believe I found some. I didn't buy any, so I'm not sure. I believe I must have found some. Foot lotions, I had 5, I now have 4. Face creams, I had 3, I now have 11. This has to do with my face samples. I used to have face samples separately. I just divided them up into all the other categories because I don't want to have the face sample categories separately because I never know what I have in there. So I'm working on my face creams to get that back down to 3 because 3 was actually a good number for me. Face masks, I didn't have any. That has to do with the fact that I divided the samples into other categories, so now I have 2, which is okay. Facial cleansers, I had 9, I used up 2, I now have 7. Facial peelings, I didn't have any before because of the samples, now I have 2. Facial toners, I had 5, I'm now down to 4. Facial serums, those are all in my were in my sample category. I now have 2. That is okay. I'm gonna use them up and then I might just never get one again. Eye creams, I don't know what happened with the eye creams. I believe I didn't. I counted them in the samples because 3 of the 4 eye creams I have right now were samples given to me or I got either with purchases or in subscription boxes. I count them separately now. I have 4. That is because I bought 1. Eye makeup remover, I didn't have any before. I bought 1 because I wanted to see if that's maybe better for me for the waterproof makeup. So I now have 1, but that one is almost gone. Spot treatments, I had 3, I now have 4. I believe that is also because of my dividing up the samples. Body scrubs, I had 2, I now have 3. Don't remember exactly how that happened. Hand scrubs, I had 2, I still have 2. Face samples, I had 30. Like I said, I divided those up into the other categories, so that doesn't exist anymore. Other face care, I used to have 2, I used those up. Then bath ingredients, I had 2, I still have 2. I don't take a bath in the summer, I usually take baths in the winter, so I've got to wait with those. Massage bars, I had 5, I now have 6, I used 1 up. So, that was it for my quickly rushed through makeup inventory. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you guys soon. Bye!